So today was obviously a huge day for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate fans. It was the final day, the final character, the final reveal of who was going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's been a long and pretty awesome journey, honestly. There's been a ton of great additions to the game, but who was going to be that final piece? Was it going to be Master Chief? No, it wasn't Master Chief, even though that's who I wanted. Of course, we learned that Sora from Kingdom Hearts was going to be the final character, and beyond that, we of course learned about Sora as a character, what they're going to be doing in the game, some new Mii costumes, and even Kingdom Hearts coming to the Nintendo Switch as well, with every game with a catch. So let's talk about the Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation from today, what I liked about it, and yeah, what I didn't like about it. So we kick things off with the new Mii costumes for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and these will actually be the final Mii costumes. Kind of a disappointment. I thought that the Mii costumes was something that they could do beyond adding in characters from the games that they've added in thus far, because it just seems like something that's a bit easier. You could just make a Mii character based on a character from another game, and then keep including these characters and, you know, keep making money from the game, but these will be the final three. Octoling from Splatoon was added into the game, along with Judd from Splatoon. I'm not the biggest Splatoon fan in the world. I think Splatoon is pretty well represented in Smash Bros. Ultimate, so, you know, for Splatoon fans, obviously that was cool. Obviously, with Splatoon 3 coming out in 2022, Nintendo wants to promote it, but the one character I liked was Doomslayer from Doom. Yes, Doomslayer from Doom is in the game, and you know what? Yes, it's just a Mii costume, but to me, that's sort of good enough. I'm fine with Doomslayer being in as just a Mii costume. It kind of wouldn't have made sense to make Doomslayer like completely ingrained in the game, but this is a great addition. I'm really looking forward to downloading Doomslayer. Of course, these are all 75 cents a piece, and they will be available on October 18th, so you can pick up whatever characters you want. I know I'll be picking up Doomslayer. And then we got into the reveal, the big character, and like I said, it's Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Now, Sora was definitely a character that a lot of people wanted. I would say the top two characters were Goku from Dragon Ball, which I don't know anything about, and Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series. Of course, the Kingdom Hearts series has been very well represented over the years. It sort of grew this huge following because of the fact that it was essentially an action RPG with Disney characters, and then the Sora character kind of grew with a lot of people. They grew to love his story, his backstory, why he does what he does, and it's a really interesting series. It's not a series that I would say I'm a hardcore fan of or anything like that. I have definitely played some of them. I played and beat Kingdom Hearts 1 back in the PlayStation 2 days. That's how long this series has been around. And then I played one on the DS. I think it was like 358/1/2 or something like that. And I enjoyed both of the games, but I don't know. It's kind of like once you see one Disney area, you kind of seen them all. And to me, that was the more interesting part of the game, more so than Sora's story itself. But I know a lot of people got into Sora, so that's pretty cool. So Sora, like I said, is going to be the character. His default appearance is based on the first Kingdom Hearts game, but there are also different attires that you can use, which I think is pretty cool. 9 songs from Kingdom Hearts franchise are going to be coming into the game as well. And if you have the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory save file, you'll actually be able to unlock a different song as an added bonus that you will only be able to get if you have a save file for that game. I never got around to playing that because it was just essentially a rhythm game, and honestly, it just didn't interest me. Basically, we of course saw how Sora was going to attack and all of his different movesets and whatnot. Pretty cool stuff. I like his stage too. I think the Rising Falls stage is pretty cool. You know, it has the hollow bastion in the middle, and then it has the stained glass area when the timer starts running low or you're low on stock or something like that. Sora's ultimate smash is pretty cool too. He like throws them in a door and then uses the keyblade to like lock the door. Very cool stuff. A lot of fan service, as you see with any new Super Smash Bros. Character, because I feel like they do their due diligence with all of this stuff. I feel like they try to encompass as much of a franchise as they can when they introduce a new character. So yes, Sora was the final character. For me personally, you know, it was cool. You know, I don't really care. I'm not a hardcore Super Smash Brothers fan or anything like that. I just like playing the games because of the different characters that you can add into the game and all the different franchises, you know, like Castlevania and stuff like that. You're essentially pitting characters that have no business fighting each other, but yet here they fight each other in this game. So I thought everything for the presentation for Sora was very nice, but then we got some pretty big news, some kind of shocking news as well. And this is where my problem lies with this presentation, because Kingdom Hearts games are actually coming to the Nintendo Switch. Every Kingdom Hearts game will be available on the Nintendo Switch. You're going to get the various releases of Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, which were like remakes of the first two games that originally came out on the PlayStation 2. Then this was released on the PlayStation 3. They initially released them separately, and then on the PlayStation 4 they released them in a combo pack. Then there's Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter, which has a bunch of other Kingdom Hearts games like the handheld games and whatnot that are available on it. You can play those games to sort of keep up with the story, because Kingdom Hearts is kind of a franchise that you kind of have to play a lot of the games in order to keep things up, because everything is canon in it. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, which of course released on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, are all coming to the Nintendo Switch. And you would think I would be happy about this. It's always nice to see third-party support expand on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously the Kingdom Hearts games are very popular games, but like I said, there's a catch with this. And the catch is that these are going to be cloud versions for all of them. Cloud versions for all of them. And I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. Kingdom Hearts 3, I could understand. If you want to do Kingdom Hearts 3 as a cloud-only version because you don't want it to natively run on the system, because obviously you would have to do some compromises and things like that. Okay, I get that. Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remake? No, there's no reason for this. These were PlayStation 3 games designed for the PlayStation 3. The Kingdom Hearts 2.8 other thing with the stupid long name, these are all just sort of side games and stuff like that were made for other consoles that were much weaker than the Nintendo Switch. Like, it's cool that the games are coming, but cloud-based is not what I want to see, especially with this type of game. An action RPG is a game that you want to take on the go with you. You want to be able to play it wherever you go. And the fact that these are cloud versions of the game mean, well, you can't do that. You have to have a steady internet connection, and let's be realistic, you'll probably have to be at home in order to play this game. So yeah, you could play it while you're taking a dump on your Wi-Fi, but you can't play it while you're taking a dump at a Burger King after you ate a Whopper Jr. extra pickle, no onion with cheese. Like, things like that just really bother me, especially considering the fact that Doomslayer was just added to the game, and Doom and Doom Eternal run natively on the Nintendo Switch. Like, why couldn't Square Enix do any sort of legwork to put these games natively on a cartridge for the Nintendo Switch? Like I said, I understand Kingdom Hearts 3, but the other games, no, that's just ridiculous in my opinion. And honestly, it's kind of lazy, and that's something that we've talked about with cloud gaming and the Nintendo Switch. You know, if a company can put their game on the system natively, that should be the priority. Cloud-based gaming should just sort of be a last result. And of course, these games are older games. You could buy a compilation on the PlayStation 4 right now for like 35 bucks that has every one of these games on there. Pricing of these games is going to be very interesting, and we didn't get any sort of pricing information. We didn't get any sort of release dates, but I sort of feel like the cloud announcement of all of these games sort of took the wind out of the sails of this. You know, it's kind of like a punch in the gut, especially if you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan who only has a Nintendo Switch, because, well, you're gonna have to play these games via the cloud. And I know cloud gaming is sort of the future. I know we are moving in that direction, but I definitely don't feel like in general cloud gaming is going to be the preferred platform for anyone. I think native gaming is still the most important thing, because you get the best sort of results from it. An action RPG that's based on the cloud, that's based on timing and movements and things like that. I had enough problems with Hitman 3, and I have some good ass internet. Now you're going to talk about a fast-paced game like this. It's going to be very interesting to see how this translates. Of course, there probably will be demos available, so you could download a demo to make sure your internet runs good enough so that you can play these games, but I definitely feel like that sort of, you know, was a punch in the gut to end the presentation. You know, you had all this celebration of Smash Brothers Ultimate with a new character for Sora, a really well done character, of course the new Mii costumes as well, and then you sort of end it on the fact that yes, you're getting Kingdom Hearts, but only cloud-based versions of them. I will never like cloud-based versions over a standard native version, just because of the fact that it just screams lazy. Like, Square Enix, how much money have you made on the Switch? How much money did you make on Octopath Traveler? How much money are you going to make on Project Triangle? Balan probably sold best on the Nintendo Switch because you roped in people who thought it looked like knights like me to want to play the game. And I haven't even played the game. I just played the demo and I absolutely hated it. But now I own a physical copy just in case a certain Metroid game sells over 3 million copies, which I don't think it will. all in all though, it was nice to see the farewell for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's going to be interesting to see what Sakurai does next. I assume he's going to go on a very, very long vacation with a lot of alcohol, maybe even some other stuff to sort of relax his mind, because that dude has been working to the bone. But definitely a big day for Smash Brothers fans. I am curious to hear your guys' reaction though to the fact that these games will be cloud-based games. Is that a sort of make or break situation for you? Do you even care about the games? Are you still excited over Sora, and Sora is all that matters? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check out the video from this morning as well. I'm uploading this video in the afternoon, but I also uploaded one in the morning talking about the Nintendo Switch dock basically being a 4K dock, and there's a lot to unpack with that. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.